Hey everybody, welcome back to Better Know a Highway, a series where we look at the interstates of America, one road at a time. In this episode, we take a look at a highway that was voted on and chosen by you, the viewers. A short but interesting route in the southern United States, Interstate 16. Plus, stay tuned to the end for a bonus look at another short highway out west. We'll keep this intro short, so just make sure to like and subscribe. Check out the VRT Discord, link is down below, and if you want to support this channel, you can join as a member by clicking the join button below, and I thank you for that. Now with all that out of the way, let's get started. Interstate 16 is an intrastate highway completely located in the state of Georgia. It runs from east to west from the Atlantic coast to the central region of the state for 166 miles. The eastern terminus of I-16 is located in the city of Savannah, Georgia, roughly 18 miles west of the eastern seaboard, at a junction with a couple of local city streets, Martin Luther King Boulevard and Montgomery Street, both within the downtown region, with a series of ramps connecting traffic to the beginning of the limited access highway. Once on its way, 16 very quickly merges with US Route 17 for a short distance. Although this is not technically the current terminus, it may appear so to travelers as they pass through. Very shortly after, the highway has another junction, this one with the local beltway spur I-16. Here, US 17 leaves the concurrency and heads south. Shortly after, 16 leaves the downtown Savannah region and heads into the suburban towns west of the city. It's in this area where 16 has a significant junction with the heavily traveled I-95, the major East Coast highway, with a complex cloverleaf exchange connecting the two routes. After this junction, 16 makes a slight turn to the northwest and heads into rural Georgia, passing several smaller settlements such as Black Creek and Pembroke, as well as several industrial and distribution parks adjacent to the highway. After several miles of sparse lands, 16 has a junction with US Route 301. Taking this road north leads drivers to the nearby city of Statesboro and Georgia Southern University. Then back into the countryside, 16 winds and weaves its way further west to slightly northwest. Its next junction of note is with another major highway, this one being US Route 1. While a long East Coast route itself, US 1 also acts as a connecting route to the nearby city of Swainsboro, roughly 13 miles north. Continuing west, 16 passes directly next to several more settlements that dot the rural landscape, some of the more notable ones being Soperton and Dublin, while also having more junctions with US and state routes that connect the highway to these nearby places. This includes US Route 441, which provides access to the aforementioned city of Dublin, as well as other places both north and south. Eventually, 16 has its final stretch when it enters the Macon, Georgia area, passing through swamplands just before getting there, as well as a marker for the exact geographic center of the state, interestingly enough. The highway makes a slightly more northward turn as it enters Macon, soon reaching the Ocmulgee River and paralleling it just to its north. The population density quickly increases, and 16 has several exits with local city streets. Finally, after a crossing of the aforementioned river, 16 ends at a busy and complex T-junction with another long north-south route, this one being I-75. Drivers continuing north will stay in the same general direction on 75 as they did for 16 for most of the remaining way through the state. However, this busy junction marks the end of I-16 and its very modest 166-mile run. And now, as promised, we're going to take a bonus look at another short highway, this time out west, as we explore one of the newest interstates in the entire country, Interstate 11. Currently at only 54 miles in length, I-11 is a very short highway that runs southeast to northwest, primarily serving the city of Las Vegas and some of its other surrounding cities. 11 runs concurrent with US Route 93 and for a shorter distance, US Route 95 for its entire length, both of which take drivers further south to Arizona and further north to the Reno area. Interstate 11 is proposed to one day replace portions of these routes further, adding to its length. The timetable for this is currently unresolved. As of right now, the southeastern terminus of I-11 is at the Nevada-Arizona border, where the highway makes a high crossing of the Colorado River just south of and within sight of Hoover Dam, and Lake Mead. Gaining elevation as it heads away from the river, 11 makes a turn to the south and begins a long curve to the west, soon reaching higher level ground. Here, 11 makes a partial loop around nearby Boulder City and enters more populated lands as it makes a turn to the northwest. Next up, 11 reaches the city of Henderson, having a junction with State Route 582, which heads directly into the city, as well as a junction with the connection spur I-215, which heads west. 11 winds past and continues on its way northwest. Population density increases as I-11 officially enters the Las Vegas metro area. Turning north, the highway stays on the eastern end of the region, passing through the city's vast residential areas, with the Las Vegas Strip in full view just to the west. A turn to the west brings 11 right into downtown, where it crosses the famous Las Vegas Boulevard, and just after has a major junction with the long-running north-south route I-15. Staying on a due west path, 11 traverses more vast residential and commercial landscape, having junctions with numerous major city streets, and soon making a sharp turn back to the north and further into the dense suburbs. I-11 makes one last turn back to the northwest, where it soon after crosses and connects with Clark County Road 215, a major beltway route. A few more miles of inhabited areas pass until the city abruptly stops. Just before this transition, however, 11 has its northwestern terminus at a junction with State Route 157, also known as Kyle Canyon Road. The highway continues north, divided and limited access for many more miles as US Route 95. However, the aforementioned intersection marks the end of I-11's very short 54-mile run. For now. And that will do it for another episode of Better Know a Highway. Big thank you to everyone who voted in the poll to decide this episode's featured interstate, and I hope you enjoyed the little bonus look at the end as well. Hey, before you go, make sure to like and subscribe. Always appreciate that. Check out the VRT Discord, link is down below, and I hope to see you there. And if you want to support this channel, well, you know what to do. Sign up as a member today for just $2.99 a month by clicking the join button below. And a big shout out, as always, to all my members. Thank you so much for your support. You really make all this possible. Couldn't do it without you. So, with all that out of the way, make sure you enjoy the ride. And up next, it's a big one, Interstate 15. And I'll see you then.